welcome to JenniSHOW number 30. So JenniSHOW is now entering its 30-something years, which is kind of frightening. But this is actually the first JenniSHOW since my birthday, so I'm now 23, and I don't like it, but that's okay. No.
Well, why don't you like it?
I don't know. I think I'm actually okay with it. I think on principle, I just don't like this getting older thing. Like, it's just not working for me. But I guess I'm going to have to get used to it.
Well, at what age would you want to stop aging?
24. 24. So I guess I'm okay until then. I only have to really start panicking next year. So that's all right then, I guess. And speaking of my birthday, I got all kinds of really great presents, so I want to make sure that I thank everybody. I know I'm always badgering everybody to sponsor Kids Through Children International, and actually only Joffrey is actually sponsoring a kid, which is okay, because a whole bunch of my friends on IRC got together and are donating over $700 to Children International. 500 of it goes to a medical supplies project in Belize, and 200 of it goes to an educational supplies project in Calcutta. So I have two of my very own projects, like
Great.
All mine. It even says like what stuff you buy, like a stethoscope and a baby scale. So like I even know where it's all going. I feel all warm and fuzzy, and it was really great. I also got a whole bunch of junior mints, which makes me very happy. Lots and lots of junior mints, but of course at the rate I've been eating them, they're like half gone already. So, you know, if you want to start earning like brownie points early for Christmas, you can send junior mints now. That would be fine by me. I got 2 magic wands, one from Carla and Tom, and one from my friend Josh in Florida that sprinkles little fairy dust. And Joffrey got me this little fairy set with wings and a tiara and a little magic wand, and I actually wore that out when we went out for drinks on my birthday. And I actually also wore it recently in some photo shoots I did that I'm going to talk about later. So a little fairy set too. And lots of Band-Aids. Somebody sent me ones that were from Belgium, but they were American Band-Aids, but he said, they're foreign in Belgium, does this count? So it was kind of funny, but no, you don't get the extra points. So, you know, no really foreign Band-Aids. Oh, except somebody, they still haven't shown up, so I think maybe he was just like jerking me around. Said he's like a manager at a Toys R Us and can get Jeffrey the giraffe Band-Aids from out of their first aid kits, because they have special corporate first aid kits. On the Jenni calendar, we just missed the birthday of JenniCam. JenniCam is now 2 years old, so yay Anna, because I love her. She's the greatest. And she loves me too. It's very cool. We have this great fart noise coming from the chair. This is my Austin Powers chair. See, it's shagadelic. I don't know why I felt the need to buy this, but for some reason, like, this is the room of eclectic seating.
So I guess a lot of people have been writing to you asking for love advice.
Yeah, people are always writing to me with stuff about, like, I'm in love with this girl, but, like, and she was in love with me. I've gotten, like, 4 that are just like this, and they're pages long. And she was in love with me, but for some reason she felt that we just couldn't be together, and now she's like in love with this guy she was in love with before me, and he's a jerk to her, and she doesn't really love him, but she's with him, and what do? I want to let her know that I'm here for her and stuff, and like, I don't know, my God, I can't possibly figure out enough about people from like 3 pages of text or like 20 pages of text to be like offering them advice. Like, it's just bad seeing, because like I could just mess stuff up. So no love advice from Jenni. Just don't.
So why do you
even
think
ask.
they ask you?
I don't know. I mean, if any of them have seen my dating history, like, I'm the last person you should be getting advice from. I'm doomed to screw it up. It's a bad idea. Bad idea. So, yeah. Actually, like, my parents have, again, kind of been like trying to get me between them, like to get me to like relay messages or like scout for information and stuff. And now my friend Sean is doing it with his girlfriend Laura, because I'm friends with both of them. And every time I talk to Sean, he's like, "Well, does Laura say anything about this?" I'm like, "Sean, ask her. Like, if you want to know what she thinks, just, you know, ask her. He's like, well, my friend Steve bet me $100 that we would talk about this, so I can't talk about it with her. I'm like, for God's sake, I'll just give you $100 to be a grown-up about it. It's just crazy. I just don't get it. So no advice from Jenni. I'm not relaying messages. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I am going to. Michael in Cyprus wants to tell Boyana that he loves you and mushy stuff and kisses and hugs, and he's crazy about you and misses you desperately. And he even said, like, mushy stuff. So Boyana, Michael in Cyprus misses you.
So we won't do this for just anybody. You have to be in Cyprus.
That's true. That's right. Just people in Cyprus. But the frightening thing is, what if, like, Michael is stalking Boyana or something, and she's like, hates him, and every time she hears his name, she, like, you know, goes into panic attacks or something. See, it's all bad. Like, I should just not get involved. I'm going to be an impartial. Coming up immediately is Joffrey and I are probably going to the beach this coming weekend, because he promised me last year that he'd take me to the beach, and we never ended up going. So he promised me again this year, and once again we still haven't gone, mostly because I was sick for most of the summer, so it's not really his fault. But so, like, I kind of, like, played that card last night, and so today he's, like, starting to look for, like, a hotel and stuff. So we're going to the beach. Yay! And I'll probably take along a camera so you can, like, see me prancing in a bikini and stuff. Oh, and I totally forgot. I had my nut plant taken out last Friday. So, ew. It was actually really yucky. Like, I watched the whole thing. They, like, cut this, it was not a very wide, but a pretty deep little thingy in my arm. And she had these little forceps, and she was, like, digging it, like, yanking stuff from the inside, like, out, so that, like, the insides of my arm were, it was very, like, shiny in there. It was very disgusting. But I thought it was really cool, and the nurse was actually like, oh, like, how can you watch that? I'm like, I don't know, I can't feel a thing. So that was kind of cool. But unfortunately, I'm now considered, like half an hour after it was taken it out, I was considered fertile again. So until I, like, get together money for an IUD or something else, like, I'm back to condoms, which is it just sucks, you know, it just sucks. But no hormones anymore, so yay. So that combined with the pixie sticks and espresso beans I've been eating today is why I'm, like, so jumpy. So yay, no more hormones. So I'm back to my, like, usual happy self, and everything's great. In case you didn't already know, those photo shoots were for Celebrity Sleuth magazine's 25 Sexiest Women of the Year issue. The other women are all, like, models and actresses and stuff, so I'm still, like, super nervous. They're probably going to cut me, like, when they actually get my pictures. But, so they've asked me to be one of their 25 sexiest women in the world for the year 2000. So, it's just crazy. I actually don't know how flattered to be, because I talked to the editor, and he says he's never actually seen my site. So it's like, hey, is she hot? I don't know. Let's put her in anyway. But I'm trying not to worry about it too much. But they asked me for photos, and I don't have, like, photographs more recent than, like, high school of myself, really, like actual pictures. So I put out a quick plea for photographers and ended up catching a couple and did 2 photo shoots, one with Michael John Coleman, who's an internationally award-winning art photographer, and Russell Lee in Ohio, who's a super cool, like, modern style photographer. So I got 2 very different photo shoots, and had a blast. I took all my own costumes, and for the second one, for the one with Russell Lee, he even brought, like, a hair and makeup person, and she gave me this, like, enormous hair, like, but it was, like, total sex kitten hair, and it was wonderful, and she gave me, like, these little Cupid doll lips. I had, like, this much makeup on. But in the photographs, you can actually still see my freckles, so, like, I think my idea of makeup is becoming severely warped. I've actually only seen the magazine Celebrity Sleuth one place in an actual store so far, and it was in the adult movie section of a movie store. So I'm not sure. I mean, they asked for a topless photo, and I gave them, like, this fine art figure photo, so I have this feeling they're probably going to write back and say, we're sorry, but you're not nearly racy enough, bye. But if that's what happens, then damn it, it's okay. But I don't know. We'll see. But it's a lot of fun, and I got lots of pictures, and Got to feel like a model and everything. It was very cool. So that's going to be coming out, I imagine, sometime close to the turn of the year, since it's the Sexiest Women of 2000 issue. It'll probably be out in like December or January. So watch for that. I'm going to be one of the 25. I feel like I'm going to be that old lady in Titanic, looking back when I'm 85, going like, wasn't I a dish? So I don't know. It's just something. When my children one day tell me that I just don't know anything, like I'll just say, "Ha! I was one of the sexiest women in the world." So I also last weekend took a quick trip to Ohio with my mom, because the week before she had in haste decided to move to Ohio to live with her parents, and then realized how much she really hates her mother, and then decided to move back to Harrisburg. And so she had me go along to kind of buffer between her and her mom, because she knew her mom would be pissed that she was moving back. So I'm like doing my mom this great favor, and I had to rearrange my schedule and everything to do it. And, you know, it was okay, because it's my mom, you know, and she needs me. So anyway, like, the woman would not let me sleep. I'm like, I'm doing you this great favor, and every time I'd, like, budge, she'd be like, "Want to get up and go now?" I'm like, as it is, I agreed to go at 5 o'clock. Can't you just let me sleep till 5? Like, it was madness, especially since I'd gotten, like, 2 hours of sleep the night before from photo shoots. So I was just, I was so mad that whole first day, and we had to sit together in a car for 8 hours. So I'm sitting there in a car for 8 hours, like, trying to be, like, you know, trying to remember that I was angry because it was like, legitimately my right, but, like, not wanting to get into a fight because we're in this car and, like, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so like, if we get pissed, I'm still stuck. So, and then when we got to Ohio, I was, of course, supposed to be, like, you know, the granddaughter, and very sweet and everything. And so we helped my mom move all the stuff into her van, and then we went out for ice cream. And I had blueberry ice cream, which I don't know if I think I've said this before, like my favorite ice cream flavor is blueberry freckle. But you can't find it anywhere. Like, no place makes blueberry ice cream that's not blueberry cheesecake ice cream. And blueberry cheesecake is okay, but it's not just blueberry, you know? So blueberry freckle was always my favorite flavor, but they don't make it anymore, and you can't find it. But this ice cream place in the middle of nowhere in Bumfuck, Ohio, had blueberry waffle cone ice cream. So it was like blueberries and sweet cream with little pieces of waffle cone in it. So, I mean, the waffle cone bits were nice and everything, but just get rid of them. Just blueberries. But I'm actually considering writing to Ben & Jerry's and asking if I can, like, you know, if I can convince them to make blueberry.
Maybe it would be named after you.
Yeah, I know Doonesbury has his own flavor, and, like, somebody wrote in Chubby Hubby, like, they just made that one up. So I'm like, we should start a letter writing campaign to Ben & Jerry's, asking them to make, like, JenniCam blueberry or something.
Like Jenny Berry.
Yeah, something.
Well, maybe everyone should send in good ideas for names.
So, officially, we want you to send in to the Jenni Show. We want you to send in your ideas for our blueberry ice cream flavor name. So, like, Carla's already put up Jenny Berry, and I don't know, like JenniCam Blue or something. Just make up a great name and name it after me, because I'm vain.
And we'll read them all in the next show.
Yeah, it'll be like
even favorite one.
It'll be like even more family oriented than the penis name list. So, although not quite so much in the literal sense.
So your mom's now back in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, my mom's now living in Pennsylvania with my dad, and they have agreed to go to marriage counseling. So they're giving it a third try. And I'm not going to offer any opinions on how I feel about that. I'm staying out of it, essentially. I'm like, you guys, you do whatever you want, because they're grown-ups and they're adults, and that's really none of my business. I just ask them to, like, kindly let me know when they decide. In October is Internet World, from October 6th to the 8th in New York City. I'm going to be there with EarthCam signing autographs. It's actually the coolest thing. They're, like, paying me to go along with them to Internet World, which I probably wouldn't, like, which I certainly wouldn't have the resources to go to otherwise. So, like, I get to go, and I'm getting paid, and I'm going to be there signing autographs on big glossy photos that they're also paying for. So I'm, like, really excited about this. So you can, like, come see me and get, like, a free autographed glossy. Yay! Wouldn't that be fun? Also in October is JenniCon, which is going to be, like, even more subdued this year than it has been in the past, because like I'm having it at my timeshare, and there's not going to be room for a lot of people, and like, you know, because people might have to actually pay for a place to stay if we run out of room. Like I imagine fewer people will come. So it'll actually be kind of nice. It'll just be like a, you know, like a week-long vacation for me and a bunch of friends, which will be kind of fun. Right after JenniCon is the Computer Expo in Mississippi. I'm going along with a radio station down there to be at their Computer Expo, and I think I'm signing autographs there too, or something like that, and then they're going to be lining up interviews and stuff for me, so it should be like a whirlwind trip to Mississippi, which I've never been to before, and that's from October 22nd to the 25th. My stomach is all better and seems to be staying all better, so like I'm happy. I gained back like 7 pounds. That puts me at like 152, which is a perfectly appropriate weight for my height, which is 5'9". So I don't want to hear anybody telling me I'm fat, because damn it, I'm not. Carla didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so she doesn't seem to want to be on camera very much. So like we'll have to hope Carla gets a lot of sleep, because I know you all like really like to see her, and you always yell at me when she's not on and stuff. So I swear I'm not like trying to keep her away from you. In November, I might be moving to Boulder, Colorado. My grandparents actually, when I was out in Ohio, offered to let me stay in their place in California. They sold their house in LA, but they kept their house in the mountains above San Bernardino in Crestline. It's great. It's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a fireplace. It's like 5 miles from Lake Arrowhead. Very cool. They offered it to me for like $300 a month, because, you know, right now they're not making anything on it, and I'm family and stuff. But I just don't think that I want to be that indebted to my grandparents or have to talk to them on the phone that often. So I think I'm going to decline anyway. So I think Joffrey and I might be moving to Colorado in November, but separately. Like, I still think that it's too early for us to move back in together. So we'd each have our own places. But, you know, I want to move. I want to get out of D.C. before it gets cold again, and Boulder seems as good a place as any. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of the plan for now. Joffrey right now is staying with some friends of his parents that invest in theater productions and like help with props and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And they're working on a production of Arsenic and Old Lace for December. And apparently at the end of Arsenic and Old Lace, there's like the real inspector comes in and has like 1 or 2 lines, like right at the very end. And it's apparently theatrical tradition to try to get somebody famous, like a celebrity, to come in and be the inspector for the last 2 lines. And they asked me to come in one night and be the inspector. So it's going to be really cool. I'm going to be getting like a little, like, well, not cameo, but like a little, you know, bit part in some play, just for kicks in Maryland. I don't know like the name of the theater or anything, but I'll get back to you so you can come see my after 10 years, my theatrical reemergence. Oh. Also, I think everybody already knows, for New Year's I'm going to be at Times Square with EarthCam for their New Year's webcast. I don't know who I'm co-hosting it with. There's going to be somebody else, but right now I don't know who it is. So I'm going to spend the day like interviewing celebrities and like bouncing around on top of a rooftop in Times Square, and I'm even getting paid for it, and they're putting me up and everything. It's so wonderful. Like, I love this stuff. Joffrey and I are playing this video game called Lunar, and in the game, it's for a PlayStation. In the game, you can get these things called bromides that are like cheesecake pictures of the female leads. And when we first started playing, we heard that supposedly there were 10 of these bromides, and we only found 1. Well, we went back through the whole game and played it excruciatingly slowly to find all of them that we could, and we ended up with 9. But based on the counting system, we're missing like at least 2 more. So we think there are like 12 bromides, and we can't possibly figure out where the other ones could be. So we're begging everybody we know. I looked online, I looked on Usenet, I looked everywhere. I looked in the official strategy guide. It was nowhere. So if you've been playing Lunar and you found any bromides, please, please, please email us where the bromides are and like where you found them and everything and which one it was, because we did find 9 of them, so we're doing pretty good. But it's just killing us to have not found these, and I don't want to start playing it again and like miss them, because it takes like 40, 50 hours to play this game. So, my God, like please, like if you don't have a PlayStation, get one and buy Lunar and play it and help me out, because it's really just killing us. But that's it, really. Other than that, everything's great. And I guess that's it. So that's it from Jenni's Place, and have a shagadelic day, and we'll see you next time.